Well, it's great to be back.
So I read with interest that somehow a banjo player has worked his way into a musical director role at the People's Theatre in Newcastle.
Well, yes, there's nobody more surprised really than me. I mean, I do have a history. I used to work in the Westovians in South Shields, right. And the first thing I went on there was a musical all about William Woodhave. And I'd gone along, having not played or performed for quite some time, hopefully to be like a third spear carrier in the chorus. And what happened was, everybody kind of like dropped out until the next thing I knew, I was like the leading man. And it was a very short kind of notice. I think we had something like 4 and a bit weeks from nothing right. to actually performing. So it was a baptism of fire. But I really loved it, and this came up basically because a friend of mine like phoned up and said, "Would you like to do some music for a play that we're doing called The Wind in the Willows, written by Alan Bennett?" And I think it was about 1990s, performed in 1991, and I just thought it would be like quite a smallish role.
Right.
But after the cast had been taught the songs. I was in charge, which was slightly a surprise, I'll say, but a great challenge. And the cast, who are absolutely brilliant, they're all triple threats, the lot of them. You know, that's like dancing, yeah. Singing and acting. They're very compliant and very willing to learn. So it was a great learning curve. So a fortnight ago, I had no idea I was going to be the musical director. I didn't even know that they had.
So it's that recent, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. So a fortnight ago, I went along and watched them, and basically I was told that I was now in charge, which was
a pleasant surprise.
I would say more like bowel loosening. A bowel loosening surprise. Yeah. So that was on the Thursday. So by the Saturday, I had looked and gone, wow, this is a lot of work. Because the way that I play guitar is in a very folky, stroke poppy rock kind of way, and this is much more jazzy.
Right.
And so it was great, a great learning curve. The music's written in D minor, but it was actually played in, I think it's A flat minor. So I had to transpose it all, yeah. Plus all of these chords, which I tend to call Clint Eastwood's, because they don't have a name, you know. And especially in the tuning that I play the guitar, I mean, I don't use standard tuning. I use dadgad, which lends itself really to folk music. So Saturday, I just spent all of the time transposing everything.
Right.
You know, it took about 8-9 days to get it right and work out what the chords were, because they were written in one key, sung in a different key, and I'm playing them on a detuned guitar. But it's been fantastic, and the cast are just brilliant. Plus, I have a violinist who plays with me, and he can read music, you know, which I've had to relearn how to do.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
It sounds very challenging, but exciting at the same time.
Well, of course, you know, if everything's exactly the same and you're just doing the same thing, what's that quote? If you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got.
Yes.
You know, so it's better to take that leap off the cliff and go forward.
No, it's nice to push yourself every now and then.
There's pushing and there's pushing and there's plummeting.
Being pushed.
Yeah. being too technical, with a piano player, they're quite often playing the melody. So that if you're an actor who doesn't sing a lot, you've always got that cushion of somebody playing the notes that you're singing. When I'm playing the guitar, in folk style it would be a bit like... but with the guitar that I'm playing for the show, it's more like... So you've got like more like block chords,
yeah.
and it's been good for me to try and work out how to make that folk style, not make it sound like it's a death ballad from the Cheviots.
Yeah. Interested in how the performers have responded to that, because I'm assuming, this could be entirely wrong, that if they come from a musical theatre background, they would be more used to the pianos, the style, kind of more orchestral, or what the kind of sound that you would have in your head, where a musical is concerned. And what you've just played for me isn't like that.
No, I've said, well, you might not be used to this, but I will play the melody as much as I possibly can. But everybody's been so willing to learn, you know, mostly because I can play what I can play, and it's not a compromise in any way, shape or form, and it's quite funny because I'll ask them to do something, having been in bands, I'll ask them to do something, they listen, and then they immediately do it, and I'm like, that's unusual, because. But everybody's been very cooperative. You've got to understand, this isn't a musical. Right. It is a play with music in it. So it lasts about, I think it's going to be like about just under 2 hours, 2 halves. Right. And of that, under 10 minutes of it are songs.
Right.
But there is music in it where I'm playing for, so like, no, of course there's like the horse and cart in it, so I'm playing. And all the train noises. Something that you first learn when you first pick up the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and you think, I'm never going to use that. You know, and you know, it's all this, and sort of when there's sad bits you're playing. But it is quite nice because the director is saying, what I'd like you to do is, this is Anna Dobson, the director. And it's quite funny, she'll say kerfuffle. So you play kerfuffle. Everybody's running around the stage and doing the kind of thing. Or car crash. So I'm doing a car crash. I've got a slide for the guitar, you know, which I'll play. But it's quite nice as well because she said pastoral. And I went, oh, great. Which is an old traditional song. You know, so I can play that. So, but she did say that what she would like to have is quite a folky feel to it. So I'm playing concertina, I'm playing harmonica, you know, and mandola as well, because there's a country dance and there's all sorts of different things. I mean, it's been absolutely fabulous for me. At first it was completely daunting.
Yeah.
You know, I was going like, what? You know, all right, but you must understand that these aren't songs that were written. I mean, the words were written in the book.
Right.
you know, the like Dabbling Free, and so there's quite a lot of the songs were already in the book, but they weren't actually with music.
Is the play going to be performed?
It's from the 6th of March to the 10th of March
and
at the People's Theatre,
yeah.
And you can buy tickets. If you look it up on the Steam internet, you'll get an address and a number.
Excellent.
Where you can get them.
Yeah.
It's going to be very popular. I know that it says it's like a non-professional company, but they've got such high standards. So like company of volunteers, but with really professional status.
And lots of enthusiasm by the sound of it.
Fantastic enthusiasm and masses of talent.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that lightly.
Excellent. Yeah. It sounds amazing. Tony, thank you so much
it's been
for
such a
coming
pleasure.
to talk to me and let me hear some of your songs as well.
Yeah,
It's been a great experience. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.